How's it going, guys? We are back on the video here, and EA has released some of the ratings for NHL 24. Today is the left wings. So we're going to go over the ratings here today. Just kind of be a little short, quick video. Nothing too in-depth about it. Just kind of going over the ratings and if I agree. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you have not already, and let's hop into the video now. So EA tweets out today, kicking off NHL 24 ratings week. So I'm assuming probably each day they'll do a position. So tomorrow maybe right wing, and then centers on Wednesday, defense on Thursday, goalies on Friday. Just my guess, though. That would make a lot of sense. But yes, we're looking at them right now. And starting off with number 10, Kyle Connor. I think that's pretty fair at an 89 overall. I think most people actually were agreeing in the comments that these are pretty decent ratings, honestly. They're not too bad at all. So Kyle Connor at an 89 overall, I think is very fair. He's an excellent player in the league right now. And to me, he's very deserving of being this high in the game. He really is. He's a great player. A little bit underrated maybe because on the Jets you don't really get a lot of maybe respect or just a lot of just news and coverage, right? Because, I mean, again, Winnipeg's, again, not a place that typically a lot of people are thinking of when it comes to teams in the NHL. But, yes, Kyle Connor is definitely a great one for sure. Number 9 is Johnny Gaudreau. Gaudreau definitely didn't have an unbelievable season like the year before, but he still had a pretty okay year considering how bad Columbus was. So, I guess at an 89 overall, I mean, he's probably fair to be there, I would say. I mean, it's not like he's like 91 overall, right? I mean, that's not that crazy. And I guess, you know, there could be a few other guys that are 89 overall, right? Like, they could just be showing Gaudreau, right? Like, there could be 2 other 89s, and then it could be flipped, right? That's just how it works, right? But Johnny Gaudreau at 89 overall at number 9. I mean, I don't really have any major problems with that, I don't think. I mean, it's pretty reasonable, I think. You got Brady Tkachuk at number 8, and he's also an 89 overall. So you have 4 89s, actually, when it comes to the left wings, at least 4 89s. I'm assuming probably that's all there are, I guess. But Brady Tkachuk, I mean, unbelievable. 2 Tkachuks on this list. I mean, what a family, really. What a family. And I think it's very, very deserved for him as well. A very great player, the captain of the Senators. I mean, I think the Senators, this could be the year they make the playoffs. I mean, it's either going to be them or Buffalo pretty much. So, yeah, I mean, Brady Tkachuk is a heck of a player, no doubt about it. I'm a huge fan of watching him play. I mean, he plays that power forward style, can score goals, you know, plays that physical style, as I mentioned before already. He's just a fun player to watch. I mean, he's just awesome. He really is. I mean, both Tkachuks are crazy talented. I mean, you can't really deny that at all, I don't think. So, Brady Tkachuk at number 8 at 89 overall. I think it's a very reasonable and fair rating for him. Then number 7, we got Clayton Keller here. Clayton Keller, another guy. I mean, I tweeted it out, I believe, a month ago, and I said Clayton Keller is the most underrated player in the NHL. Well, it looks like not anymore. EA says he's number 7 top 10 left wing in the whole league. So, they're definitely showing him tons of respect. 89 overall, Clayton Keller. I mean, like I said, I think that's a pretty nice overall for him. I really do. I think they are certainly showing him some great respect by giving him that rating. Keller is a heck of a player. Again, doesn't really get the love maybe he deserves playing on Coyotes, but I think now he is getting some respect and love, which is really awesome to see. So, really good stuff on that Clayton Keller right there. And, yeah, that's the top 7 at least so far. Now looking at number 6, Brad Marchand. I mean, Marchand is a guy that, I mean, 91 overall, though. They really love Marchand. I mean, he is really good, don't get me wrong, but it's just funny, like, they didn't even go to a 90. They just went right to 91 overall. So Brad Marchand is at 91 overall. No 90 overall left wings, at least to start the year before any roster updates. But, yeah, I mean, he's deserving. Marchand's had a heck of a career, heck of a run, had a great year last year. I mean, who didn't have a great year last year on the Bruins, to be fair? He even missed some time to start the year and still had a good year. So that's when you know, I mean, it was just a really special year for the Bruins. But in the end, unfortunately, wasn't special enough to win that cup. But still, can't really complain. Brad Marchand, though, very much so deserving of being number 6 on this list. I really believe that. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with his spot here at a 91 overall. I think most people are going to agree that's fair, even though a lot of people don't like him as a player. I totally get it. Then we got number 5, Alex Ovechkin. I mean, Ovechkin's still almost at 40 years old, still top 10 left wing in the game. I mean, as he should be. I mean, he puts up 40 goals pretty much minimum every year as long as he stays healthy. So number 5 is Ovechkin. We're in the top 5 time now, and 91 overall. I feel like Ovechkin's been 91 overall for the last few years. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like he has been 91 for a few years now. So this is kind of getting to be a familiar position for Ovechkin. I mean, again, a guy that mainly just a goal scorer at this point in his career. I don't think he's really much more than that. I mean, yes, he can still get assists, don't get me wrong, but I think at this point, Ovi's just trying to look to score goals. I mean, I'm not saying he's not trying to win games, obviously he is, but I think at this point, it's about, for the Capitals, get Ovechkin his record. I mean, I think that's kind of the goal for them, because they're in a little bit of a transition. I feel like they're not going to be really a cup contender probably again with Ovechkin. I'd be pretty stunned at this point if they actually ended up turning into one again. But Ovechkin at number 5, and then number 4, we got Kaprizov, back-to-back Russian players here. Kaprizov, I mean, just unbelievable player, very, very well-deserved being number 4 and 92 overall. Just so talented, puts up very good points every year, pretty much a 100-point guy every year. So Kaprizov, to me, deserves a lot of respect, and I'm glad to see he's getting it. He's certainly the best player in the Wild. I mean, no question about it. Without him, the Wild would not even be close to probably a playoff team at this point. I really don't think so, because he has just been such a good player, such a really just the whole reason they're good, the Wild, pretty much. I mean, he is absolutely electric to watch. And for me, at number 4, Kaprizov is very, very much so deserving. And then number 3, we got Jason Robertson, top 3 now. Jason Robertson, 92 overall also. Again, another guy, I mean, it's like a power forward type, unbelievable shot, great goal scorer. Just a great player all around for sure. I mean, Dallas, they really hit on their picks when it comes to their draft picks. They really know how to make the right picks, and Robertson is no different than any other, right? I mean, Robertson has been very good to watch, very fun to watch, and just a very good player for them over the last few years especially. He seems to just kind of be getting better every year, right? Had a kind of a bad playoffs the year before, but then this year he was very, very solid, and really a big reason why they made it all the way to the Western Conference Finals, Game 6, I mean, which is crazy. I mean, they were coming back from 3-0 in a second, but yeah, no, for sure, Robertson at number 3 is very reasonable, I think. And then number 2, Artemi Panarin. Here's where some were saying maybe Panarin shouldn't be number 2, 93 overall. I mean, Panarin, whether you like him or not, yeah, he had a bad playoffs last year, but regular season-wise, he's always putting up really good numbers. I mean, I guess you could maybe argue Kaprizov and Robertson ahead of him, but other than that, I think he certainly should be top 4 at Panarin. I think you probably flip some of these guys around in the top 4, and I wouldn't say, oh, you're crazy for flipping them around. I mean, they're all talented players, and all just for sure amazing to watch. So, I mean, Panarin, you can make the case, like I said, you're maybe not a fan, which I understand for sure, but for me, I think it's fine to leave him at number 2 again. He puts up really good numbers every single year. Right? He'll probably be close to 100 points again this regular season. Now he's bald, so maybe the bald is going to give him extra powers. You just really don't know. You got to just kind of see and watch what happens. And then last but not least, number 1, Matthew Tkachuk. I think a little bit of recency bias here as well because of how good of a run he went on with the Panthers in the playoffs. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it. I mean, he definitely does. 94 overall, all alone at number 1 for the top left wing in NHL 24. Again, to start the year, there will be roster updates. Overalls will be changed. Again, you guys can always definitely change the overalls yourself as well. Roster sharing is a thing, so not really 100% a huge deal what the ratings are anyway. But Matthew Tkachuk at number 1. I mean, come on, 94 overall. What a year he had. I mean, another 100-point season. Led the Panthers all the way to the finals. Such a clutch player, scoring so many overtime goals for them, and just big goals in general to land them to the finals against Carolina. I mean, Tkachuk's just unbelievable. Really, both are. So Matthew Tkachuk at number 1, I think, is very, very fair and deserving. Before I was going to end this video, they actually released the top right wingers in the NHL. So yeah, might as well just kind of talk about these as well. So number 10, Joe Pavelski. I mean, Pavelski's still doing it at basically 40 years old. Very impressive. 88 overall. I think it's very, very reasonable for him as well. He's had a great career and another great year. Number 9, Pavel Buchnevich. Another guy, maybe some people kind of don't realize how good he is. I mean, very, very talented player. Number 9, I think, is a very reasonable rating for him as well. Number 8, Patrick Kane. I mean, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. 89 overall. I don't think he's better than Buchnevich. I really don't. Or Pavelski, if I'm being honest with you. So, I think it's a little bit crazy maybe to put Kane that high. But again, just my opinion on it. I'm not saying it's, I guess, embarrassing or just absurd, but I wouldn't put Kane at number 8. I'm just saying. I just don't think I would. We got number 7, William Nylander here. Nylander, again, he had a really great year with the Leafs. I think it was a career year for him. I think Nylander being at number 7's very reasonable. 89 overall edition. I think that's pretty good for Nylander. I really do think so. I can't really complain with that. I mean, he's just very, very good. So, great year for the Leafs, and I think Nylander number 7 is fine. Number 6, we got Andrei Svechnikov. He's also an 89 overall. I mean, really, really talented there. Hopefully he's healthy to start the season due to his injury at the end of last season was very, very awful for them. Really, one of the reasons they probably weren't able to score as much in the playoffs, except for against my Devils. Apparently, they were able to just rip in 5 goals a game, basically. But anyway, Svechnikov at number 6 is very, very much so deserving of being that high on the list, and I'm a big fan. And then we got number 5, Mark Stone. Again, the problem with Stone is he going to be healthy? Stone's like never healthy, I feel like. But Mark Stone at number 5, 90 overall. Such a good two-way right winger. I mean, he can play both sides. So solid. I mean, always a guy that you can always make the case for potential Selke, honestly. You really could. He's awesome defensively, but also can play very good offense as well. He puts up the numbers, put up a hat trick in the clinching game of the finals. I mean, very, very impressive player and a very impressive resume now, especially with a cup. Number 4, we got Mitch Marner. Marner, again, one of the best playmakers in the league, no question. 92 overall. I mean, 2 Leafs on this list. I mean, just win the cup already, Toronto. It's getting to a point now, but seriously, Marner, very, very much so deserving of being here as well. All these guys are, but Marner at number 4, just another great year. I mean, maybe going to get that 100-point mark this year. He's got a little bit, got to stay healthy, really. That's kind of what it comes down to for him. I mean, he is very close every year. Always on that point per game or over a point per game, I guess, just range, right? I mean, of 100 points. I mean, he's always point per game, but you know what I mean. Always close to that 100 points. He should be getting it. Then Mikko Rantanen, top 3 here. Number 3, 93 overall. Very, very good. I think that's Rantanen at number 3 at 93 overall. I mean, you can't forget about him. He's had such a great career so far in the last few years as well. It's been absurd. The cup and just, again, unreal regular seasons for him. I mean, he's always pretty much at the top when it comes to producing right wingers in the league. And then the top 2, you got Nikita Kucherov at number 2, 94 overall. I mean, a guy that, again, when healthy, just puts up stupid amounts of points, like 120 pretty much. He can do it. He really can. He's just absolute so talented. And then number 1, we got David Pastrnak, who scored 2 goals last year. So, I mean, I think this is a very, very good list as well. I really do. Big fan of it for sure. And yeah, well, you guys will let me know what you think of the top 10 left wingers and right wingers. If EA releases centers today, well, I won't be able to have a video probably on it. So there you go. That's what I got right there, and let me know what you guys do. What would you guys do for top 10 right wingers and left wingers? Let me know if your list would be different. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you have not already. Be sure to follow me on Twitch, Henreek, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Henreek at 3 E's, and I'll see you guys in the next video.